All right, so get this. You want to talk about a cosmic game of chess.
Okay.
Not just any chess, but chess as like a map of the universe and ourselves. According to this Atlantean astrology system,
Mm.
color me intrigued.
It really does flip the script on like typical astrology.
Yeah.
Instead of sun signs and horoscopes, we're looking at chess pieces as these archetypes linked to planets, dimensions, even parts of the body.
So like my rook is my what now? It's all connected.
It's all connected, is right.
Oh.
The sources describe it as chess being a sacred reflection of the cosmos.
Okay.
And each move we make, both on the board and in life, is a step on the path to wait for it, enlightenment.
Okay, now that's a high-stakes game.
And all of this ties back to the lost city of Atlantis, right?
Yeah.
Is this like their secret wisdom passed down?
That's the idea.
Okay.
The sources we're looking at suggest that Atlantis wasn't just a myth,
Right.
but a civilization with advanced knowledge of the universe and our place in it.
And they encoded that knowledge into the game of chess.
Okay, mind officially blown.
Yeah.
So where do we even begin to unpack all of this?
Well, let's start by looking at the pieces themselves.
Okay.
Each one has a corresponding astrological sign, a ruling planet or celestial body,
Okay.
a dimension it represents,
Yeah.
a body part or function, and a symbolic meaning.
Okay.
It's a lot to take in, but trust me, it's fascinating.
All right, hit me with it.
Okay.
Let's start with the pawns.
Okay.
They always seem like the little guys just waiting to get taken out.
Right. But in Atlantean astrology, the pawns are anything but weak.
Really?
They're called the Aries army,
Okay.
associated with the sign of Aries, ruled by Mars, and they represent the fourth dimension.
Okay.
Hey, get this. They're connected to the lungs.
Lungs. Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Think about it.
Okay.
The lungs are all about taking in vital energy,
Uh-huh.
the breath of life.
Right?
The sources say the Atlanteans mastered their physical forms, and the pawns represent that raw potential,
Okay.
that fiery Martian energy waiting to be unleashed.
And like pawns in chess, they can transform into any other piece if they
Yes.
reach the other side of the board.
Exactly.
So it's not just about where you start, it's about your potential to evolve.
Exactly. They're a reminder that even from humble beginnings, we all have the capacity for greatness,
Yeah,
to become something more powerful and influential.
I like that. Okay, what about the rooks?
Okay?
Solid, dependable, but maybe a little straight-laced?
They're called the Taurus pillars,
Uh-huh.
and they're all about stability and structure.
Okay.
Taurus energy ruled by Mercury in this system, representing the first dimension.
So like the foundations of society, the builders, the rule followers.
You got it.
Okay.
They're the ones who create order out of chaos, who lay the groundwork for everything else to be built upon.
Right.
They represent the material world, the physical realm, and the importance of having a solid base.
Makes sense given their movements on the board. Straight lines, no deviations,
Right.
no sneaking around for these guys.
Yep.
Okay, but what about the knights? Now, those are the wild cards, right?
Yeah.
Always jumping around in unpredictable ways.
Ah, the knights. They're called the Sagittarian Pathfinders,
Okay.
associated with Sagittarius.
Mhm.
And get this,
Uh.
ruled by the rings of Saturn, representing the seventh dimension.
The rings, not the planet itself. Why the rings?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
In Atlantean astrology, those rings represent boundless knowledge,
Okay.
the infinite potential of information.
I see.
The knights are on a quest for wisdom, but not through conventional means.
Right.
They take leaps of faith,
Yeah.
explore uncharted territories, and they're not afraid to break the rules.
So they're like those adventurers of the spirit,
Yes.
the ones who trust their intuition and forge their own path.
Exactly. They teach us that sometimes the most direct route isn't always the best one. Sometimes you have to take those unexpected detours, those leaps into the unknown
Yeah.
to discover your true purpose.
Loving this cosmic chess game more and more. Okay, what about the bishops?
Okay.
Always moving diagonally like they're plotting something.
The bishops are called the Cancerian navigators, associated with Cancer. And their ruling element is actually Earth itself, representing the third dimension.
Okay, the system is full of surprises.
Yeah.
So what are they grounded, practical folks?
It's more about emotional intelligence
Okay.
and navigating the complexities of life. They move across the board in a fluid, intuitive way,
Right.
suggesting that empathy and compassion are just as important as logic and strategy.
So they're like the heart of the team, the ones who bring people together and help them navigate those choppy emotional waters.
You could say that. They remind us that to succeed in life, we need to balance our head and our heart,
Yeah.
our analytical mind with our emotional intelligence.
All right, on to the big players now. Let's talk about the king.
Right.
He's the one everyone's trying to protect, right?
He is. But in Atlantean astrology, he's not just a figurehead.
Okay.
He's called the Leo sovereign, associated with Leo,
Okay.
ruled by the rings of Jupiter.
Okay.
There are those rings again.
Okay, I'm sensing a pattern here with these rings.
Yeah.
They seem to represent something pretty powerful.
They do.
Okay.
In the case of the king, the rings of Jupiter represent spiritual authority, divine judgment,
Wow.
the gateway to higher realms.
Okay.
He's the keeper of wisdom,
Right.
the guardian of truth,
Mm-hmm.
the connection to the spiritual core.
Wow, so he's not just a ruler, he's like a spiritual leader, a guide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Even though he's the most important piece,
Yeah.
he's also the most vulnerable.
Right.
His movements are limited. He needs constant protection.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even with great power comes great responsibility
Right.
and the need for support.
That's a powerful lesson. So where does the queen fit into all of this? She's the one who can move anywhere, do anything.
Right.
She seems pretty unstoppable.
She is powerful.
Yeah.
She's called the Virgo matriarch,
Okay.
associated with Virgo,
Mm-hmm.
and her ruling celestial body is the sun itself,
Wow.
representing the 10th dimension.
The sun. Talk about a power move.
Yes.
So she's like the ultimate expression of feminine energy, the creator, the nurturer, the leader.
That's a great way to put it. Her unrestricted movement on the board reflects her dynamic power,
Okay.
her ability to see the whole picture, to strategize, and to make bold moves.
Right.
But even with all that power, she's still bound to the material realm.
So while the queen might be the most versatile piece on the board, the king holds the key to something even greater,
Yes.
the spiritual realm, that connection to something beyond the material world.
Exactly. And this duality, this
Yeah.
interplay between the material and spiritual is a key theme in Atlantean astrology. It's a reminder that true victory isn't just about worldly success, but about aligning ourselves with a higher purpose.
Okay, my brain is doing backflips trying to wrap my head around all of this.
Yeah.
So we've got this cosmic chessboard, these archetypal pieces representing different aspects of ourselves and the universe.
Right.
But how does the actual game play into all of this? Like, what does it mean to make a move?
That's where things get even more interesting.
Okay.
Atlantean astrology sees the game of chess as a mirror of the human journey,
Okay.
with each stage of the game reflecting a different phase of life. They break it down into three main stages: the opening gambit,
Okay.
the middle game, and the end game.
Okay, I'm seeing where you're going with this.
Yeah.
So the opening gambit, those first few moves would be like those early decisions we make in life.
Exactly.
Setting the stage for everything that follows.
Exactly. Those early moves are all about laying the foundation,
Yeah.
establishing our core values, and taking those initial risks that shape the trajectory of our lives.
Right.
Just like in chess, there are calculated risks and potential rewards with every choice we make.
It's like those bold moves we make early on can either set us up for success
Yeah.
or lead to challenges we need to overcome later.
Right.
So what about the middle game? That's where things get really complex, right?
Wait, the middle game is where we face the most intricate challenges and opportunities. It's a dance between strategy and intuition,
Okay.
adapting to the ever-changing landscape of the board.
Yeah.
This is where we learn to anticipate our opponent's moves,
Right.
to think several steps ahead, and to adjust our approach based on the circumstances.
And in life, that translates to navigating relationships, careers,
Yeah.
all those unexpected twists and turns that life throws our way.
Exactly.
It's about learning to be more adaptable,
Yeah.
more resilient, and to make decisions that align with our long-term goals.
Exactly. The middle game is all about mastering the art of strategy,
Right.
both on the board and in our lives. It's about recognizing patterns, learning from our mistakes,
Uh-huh.
and constantly evolving our approach to achieve our desired outcome.
All right. And then we come to the end game.
Yeah.
What's the significance of this final stage?
The end game is about bringing all the pieces together,
Okay.
consolidating our gains,
Mm-hmm.
and making those final decisive moves that determine the outcome.
Right.
It's a time for clarity, purpose, and seeing the bigger picture.
So it's not just about winning or losing. It's about how you played the game, the lessons you learned along the way, and the legacy you leave behind.
Precisely. The end game is about integrating all the knowledge and wisdom we've gained throughout our journey
Mm-hmm.
and making choices that reflect our highest understanding of ourselves and the universe.
This whole analogy is so powerful.
Yeah.
It's like looking at life through a completely new lens, seeing those connections and patterns that were always there, but maybe we weren't consciously aware of. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
It is. And it speaks to the depth and complexity of this Atlantean astrology system.
Right.
But there's another layer to this cosmic chessboard that we haven't touched on yet.
What was that?
The connection to Pisces.
Pisces, that's the last sign of the zodiac, right?
Yeah.
What's its role in all of this?
Pisces is all about duality,
Okay.
the merging of opposites,
Mm-hmm.
light and dark, material and spiritual, yin and yang.
Yeah.
And this duality is a fundamental principle in both chess and life.
Right. It's like the two fish swimming in opposite directions, that constant push and pull between opposing forces.
Yeah.
And in chess, you have those opposing sides, those contrasting pieces, all working together to create a balanced and dynamic game.
Yeah, exactly. Pisces is also ruled by Pluto,
Okay.
the planet of transformation,
Mm-hmm.
which in Atlantean astrology is associated with the fifth dimension.
Right.
This suggests that every move we make, whether we're aware of it or not, is a step towards transformation, a movement towards a higher state of being.
So it's not just about winning the game, it's about how we play it, the choices we make, and the lessons we learn along the way.
Exactly.
Each move is a reflection of our evolving consciousness, our understanding of ourselves, and our place in the universe.
Beautifully said. And it ties into this idea of the chessboard as a microcosm of the universe,
Mm-hmm.
a reflection of those cosmic forces that are constantly at play, both within us and around us.
Right.
It's a reminder that we are all interconnected,
Yeah.
that our actions have ripple effects,
Mhm.
and that even the smallest move can shift the balance of the entire game.
This whole concept is so fascinating. I remember reading in one of the sources that Atlantean astrology also has a unique perspective on the origin of chess. Something about Atlantis.
Right. The sources we're looking at suggest that chess didn't originate in India or Persia, as is commonly believed,
Mm-hmm.
but in Atlantis itself.
Wow.
It's described as a gift from the gods,
Okay.
a tool for teaching humanity about the mysteries of the universe.
So are they saying that Atlantis was this technologically advanced civilization that somehow encoded all this wisdom into a game? I mean, that's pretty wild.
It is wild, but it's also incredibly intriguing.
Right.
And it makes you wonder what other secrets and knowledge might be hidden within this ancient game.
Seriously, it's like we're only scratching the surface of what chess can teach us about ourselves and the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've explored the individual pieces, the stages of the game, the connection to Pisces, and this whole idea of chess as a mirror of life. What else is there to unpack in this Atlantean astrology system?
Well, one thing that I find particularly fascinating is the emphasis on balance.
Okay.
It's not about one side conquering the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's about finding harmony between those opposing forces.
Right. It's like the yin and yang, that delicate dance between light and dark, masculine and feminine logic and intuition.
Yeah.
It's about finding that sweet spot where all those seemingly opposite forces can coexist in perfect harmony.
Exactly. And the game of chess is a perfect metaphor for that.
Right.
It's a constant interplay between those opposing forces,
Yeah.
a delicate balancing act between strategy and instinct, offense and defense.
It's a reminder that life isn't about extremes.
Mm-hmm.
It's about finding that middle ground, that equilibrium where we can fully express ourselves without sacrificing our integrity or our sense of connection to the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's about recognizing that every piece on the board has its own unique strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Just like every individual has their own unique talents and challenges.
It's about learning to appreciate those differences, to work together towards a common goal, and to create a game that's both challenging and fulfilling for everyone involved.
Well said.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful way to frame this whole concept of Atlantean astrology and the cosmic chessboard.
Right.
It's not about winning at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
It's about playing the game with awareness, compassion, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things.
So we've been talking about this idea of chess as a metaphor for life.
Right.
But I'm curious,
Mm-hmm.
do you think actually playing chess, like moving the pieces and strategizing,
Yeah,
can help us in this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth?
absolutely. Remember, this Atlantean astrology system suggests chess isn't just a game.
Right.
It's a reflection of the universe and ourselves.
Okay.
So by playing,
Mm-hmm.
we're engaging with those deeper forces,
Yeah.
those universal principles at play.
So it's like a form of active meditation, a way to connect with our intuition
Yes.
and practice those strategic skills.
Exactly. Think about it. Chess demands patience focus,
Uh-huh.
the ability to anticipate consequences.
You're right.
It's not about rushing into things. It's about making calculated decisions that align with your long-term goals.
And that's a skill that translates beautifully to life, right?
Yes.
We're constantly bombarded with choices, distractions,
Right.
temptations to make impulsive moves.
Right. But chess teaches us to pause,
Yeah.
to assess the situation, to consider the ripple effects of our action.
Right.
It cultivates that sense of awareness,
Yeah.
that ability to make choices that are aligned with our higher purpose.
It's like training your mind to see the bigger picture,
Yeah.
to think strategically,
Yes.
not just about the next move, but about the entire game, the long game of life.
And it's not just about thinking strategically.
Okay.
It's also about learning to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
In chess, you can plan all you want, but your opponent might throw a curveball,
Right.
forcing you to adjust your strategy.
And that's life, isn't it? Things rarely go exactly according to plan.
Right.
We're constantly facing unexpected challenges,
Yeah.
obstacles that force us to rethink our approach.
Exactly. So chess teaches us to be more flexible,
Yeah.
to find creative solutions, to embrace those unexpected twists and turns as opportunities for growth.
It's like that saying, the obstacle is the path.
Yes.
Chess is a constant reminder that challenges aren't meant to break us. They're meant to make us stronger, more resilient,
Nice.
more adaptable.
And ultimately, it's not about winning or losing. It's about playing the game with integrity, with awareness, and with a deep appreciation for the beauty and complexity of the universe.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
We've explored the individual pieces as these archetypal energies, the stages of the game as a reflection of life's journey, and the profound symbolism embedded in this ancient game.
Right.
But as always, we like to leave you with a little something to ponder,
Yes.
a question to spark your own exploration.
It's those wheels turning.
Exactly. So here it is.
Okay.
If we embrace this idea that life is a game of cosmic chess, and each of us is a player on this grand board,
Yeah.
what kind of game are you creating?
Mm.
Are you playing defensively, cautiously protecting your king?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you making bold moves, sacrificing pieces in pursuit of a greater vision? Are you playing to win at all costs, or are you playing to learn to grow and to contribute to a more harmonious and balanced game for everyone involved?
And here's an extra layer to consider. If each chess piece represents a part of ourselves, are we letting our queen dominate, focused only on material success?
Right.
Or are we remembering the wisdom of the king,
Yeah.
that connection to something greater? Food for thought, right?
Lots to chew on there. We've only scratched the surface of Atlantean astrology and the cosmic chessboard. But hopefully this deep dive has given you some new insights and a fresh perspective on your own journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep playing the game of life with intention and awareness.